In this video, I'll show you how you can use WooCommerce for service-based businesses in just a few simple steps. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so before we start, I just want to run through a few things. So we can use WooCommerce to create recurring based payments. We can use WooCommerce to allow customers to book appointments, accommodation, and so much more, okay? But throughout this video, I'm going to be using the use case of running a coach/consulting businesses. So everything I mentioned will be relating more towards that, okay? So we're going to set up our WooCommerce store page so it's more service orientated, okay? And to do this, we'll be using the WooSuite product table plugins. So with this plugin, you can create various different layouts, right? So there's a few examples here. So we can just optimize and tailor the experience for our service-based business, okay? So I'll leave the link in the description below to this particular plugin. And we'll also be using the WooSuite all-in-one checkout plugin. And the reason for this is we want to customize the default WooCommerce checkout because it's more geared around e-commerce store, okay? So this plugin will allow us to customize the fields. It will allow us to add upsells and cross-sells, dynamic offers, multi-step checkout, and so much more, okay? And this is super useful because there's, as I said, there's certain default fields on the checkout that WooCommerce enable by default that wouldn't make sense to our service-based business, okay? So this particular plugin will allow us to remove those fields and add extra fields as well. But again, I'll leave the link in the description below to the WooSuite all-in-one checkout plugin, or you can just head over to woosuite.com and go ahead and download it, okay? So let's head back over to our dashboard and we're going to optimize our shop page, okay? So again, I'm assuming you've already installed WooCommerce, right? So to install WooCommerce, it's pretty straightforward. You just go plugins, add new, search for WooCommerce, and just walk through the installation setup. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and upload the WooSuite plugins in which we've just downloaded. So we'll go plugins, add new, go ahead and upload and install the plugin. Once you've done so, you'll see this WooSuite menu here. Go ahead and click activate. Once you've done so, it will automatically redirect you to this add-on section. And then from here, we can enable things such as the WooSuite product table. Again, this will help us to optimize the shop layout, okay? So just make sure you enable this product table option. And then finally, we just want to go ahead and enable the all-in-one checkout. I'm going to enable the pro version as well because I do want to offer various different upsells and cross-sells to our customers. Okay, so we'll just click install. And then once it's installed, we just want to make sure we toggle this to on. Okay, so that's installed fine. And we'll enable both the free and the pro version, okay? Okay, so with our plugin installed, we're just going to go ahead and optimize the shop layout. So I'm just going to click manage on the product table here. So before we actually change any of the settings, I just want to head over back to the shop page and I'm going to refresh this page to show you how it will look by default, okay? So this is how our shop page will typically look. So it's more of an e-commerce setup. So we just want to change it to that table look, just so our customers can quickly find what they want and they can quickly go ahead and purchase as well. So in your case, you'll just go ahead and click add new table. Okay, since I've already created one, I'm going to go ahead and edit this table and I'll show you how I went about editing it, okay? Okay, so the first thing is we need to add a title here. It's just for internal purposes, okay? So we can say main. And then we'll scroll down to where it says order form information. And then here we just need to drag and drop our various different columns. So for example, we'll want to add the product image. Okay, we'll add the product name, the product category, and product tag, price, and add to cart, and so on. So you just drag and drop it onto this section here. Since I've already got it here, I'm going to go ahead and delete these three, which I've just added. And let's say we wanted to rename a particular column. We'll just click the pencil icon. And then we can just name it to whatever we want. So we can say cover, for example, okay? Doesn't make sense in this case, but for name, we can probably say service, okay? So this will be the product name, but we can rename the column to say service. Then we'll just press update and then we can exit off. Okay, we can drag and drop to rearrange the column, but that's about it for me. I'm gonna leave it as it is. If you got any custom information on your product, we can use the custom data as well to include that in our product table. Okay, for the image size, I've just set mine to 100 pixel width by 100 pixel, okay? Okay, and then here for the add to cart icon, it's not necessary. So you can remove the icon if you want. So let's remove this icon and I'm gonna rename the add to cart button. So I'm gonna say, okay, and then for the bulk add to cart, If a customer typically only purchases one particular service, then it doesn't make sense to include the quantity selection. For our variation settings, we're going to go ahead and set this to drop down, okay? And then for order form control, we're just going to set the filters to be based on the columns, okay, on our table. Okay, so a lot of these settings I'm just going to leave as default. So I'm just going to scroll down and we can just go ahead and save changes, okay? And then we'll head back over to the main settings page. Okay, and then here where it says shop page, I'm going to go ahead and select this particular product table in which we've just created, because we want to use this product table as our main shop page, okay? And we can do it for the category and the tag page as well. So we'll just hit save changes again. Okay, and that's saved fine. So now we can go ahead and refresh this page. And now we've got our new optimized service-based layout, okay? So this way the customers can quickly filter the products in which they want, okay? So for example, if they want the 30-day challenge, they can just search for it and everything happens instantly, okay? And when they're ready to purchase, they can just go ahead and click purchase. Okay, so now we'll just quickly go over how we'll go ahead and add these products within our WooCommerce store, okay? So we'll head back over to our dashboard and then we'll just navigate to products. Okay, and I've already added a few products. In your case, you'll just go ahead and click add new. So I'll show you a quick example how we've added a simple product, which is just a product with just a price, and then how we've added a variable product which has different options, right? So we'll start with the simple product first. For example, this 30-day challenge, get fit challenge. So here we'll just add the service name, and then we'll add a bit of description regarding the service. Okay, then we can look to this section here where it says categories. We can go ahead and select the category in which we're going to place this service, okay? So I'll put it in the programs category. In your case, you can add a new category by clicking add new category here. Just add the category name and then just click add new category, okay? For tags, if you want to add any tags to it, you can just go ahead and add the tag, for example, test, and then just click add, okay? And that tag's been added. Okay, so here under product data, we can see that this is a simple product. We've got a few options. We can do a simple product, a group product, which basically groups various different products together. We can do an external product. So if we want to link to Amazon or some other website, we can do so. And then we've got a variable product. So for example, we've got a particular product on this site where we're offering one-on-one coaching, right? And then we're going to offer a few variations such as 5 sessions, 10 sessions, and so on, okay? Bundled product, you'll only see this option if you've enabled a product bundle plugin. So again, we've got regular price here. So we'll just set the regular price. Here, just enter in your price. If you want to add a sale price, you can do. But that's pretty much it for now. You can add a short description if you like. We'll just add a featured product image here. So if I remove this, we'll just click set image. So we can either upload an image or we can choose from our existing images, okay? And then you just click publish. In my case, it's update since I've already published this. Okay, and now I'll quickly show you how you can add a variable product. So let's go ahead and select products here. Okay, and this is our variable product. So it's very similar to the single product. So we've got a product name, description, categories, tags, image, and so on. The only difference is here where it says product data, we've selected variable product, okay? So now we just need to add the attribute as it relates to this particular product, okay? So we'll just click create attribute. Okay, so we can say, in my case, we'll say duration, right? Because this is a one-on-one consulting. Okay, so we'll just say duration, right? And then here we can enter in the duration that we want to offer. For example, I'm going to say 2 hours. Well, I'm going to say 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and so on. Okay. And here it's saying we need to use this separator to separate the different options. So I'm going to say 1 hour. Okay, that looks good. The main thing is we need to enable this option where it says use for variation. So we can just click save attributes. Okay, that's saved fine. So now we can navigate to variation, and then we can go ahead and click create variation from all attributes. Let's click OK. In regards to a variable product, so I'll leave a link in the description below and on screen walking you through how to create a variable product. Okay, so we've got our three variations here. So we've got 1 hour, and then we can set the price. So we can say this is $200, right? And then for 2 hours, we will say $350, for example. Okay, and then for 4 hours, we can say, let's say $600. Okay, so we'll just hit save changes, and now we can go ahead and update this. Okay, so if we view the product page, here we can see our options. Okay, so we can say we want it for 1 hour, and then we can go ahead and purchase. Okay, here it's showing add to cart, but in a second I'll show you how you can bypass the cart page and just take customers straight to the checkout page. Okay, so in this situation, it makes sense to just send users directly to the checkout page, since it's not like a typical e-commerce store where they'll be purchasing, I don't know, maybe 10 items, for example. Okay, so far we've had a look at how to optimize the shop page. We've added a few products to our store. Now I'm going to show you how to optimize the checkout experience for your service orientated business. Okay, so let's head over back to our dashboard. Okay, now we'll navigate to WooSuite, and then we'll navigate to AIO checkout for all-in-one checkout. Okay, so I'm going to create a new checkout form. So we just click create new checkout here. Okay, and then straight away it takes us to this particular page here. Okay, so again, we've got information such as shipping details, order summary, the shipping methods, and so on. Okay, so again, since we don't need the shipping information, we're just going to go ahead and hide this. Okay, if we want to add new fields, we'll just click on this settings icon here, and then we can add new fields. Okay, so for example, we can add let's add a select field. Okay, so I'll just drag it and drop it here. Then we'll click settings. So we can say something like, how did you hear about us, for example. Okay, we can set this to required. And then for options, we can go ahead and add our options here. Okay, so we can say search, for example, if they found us via search engine. Just make sure you do order option lowercase within the value field. Okay, and then we can say other, for example. Okay, so we can now X this off. Okay, and then we can navigate to design, and then here we can use our default theme design, or we can use our pre-made design. Okay, we can choose from a single column or a 2-column layout. So I'm going to choose this design here. I should mention that we can create a multi-step checkout as well. So we can just click this plus icon, and then essentially we can just drag and drop different sections onto different steps. Okay, so I'm just going to X this off and keep it as a single column. So now we'll just navigate to the settings page. We'll enable this checkout. We can give it a name. Again, this is just for internal purposes. So we'll just say main checkout, for example. Ignore the slug, it'll automatically generate one. Where it says applies to, we'll set this to everyone. And then for the purchase button, we can just say something like complete purchase. Okay, and we'll just save changes. Okay, so now we'll just head back to the main settings. Okay, whilst we're here, we're going to enable the direct checkout. Okay, so we don't want the add to cart button because it doesn't make sense. So we'll just enable this option where it says buy now. We've got the option to display the add to cart button and the buy now button. I'm just going to select buy now. And then we'll just change the text to say purchase. Okay, and we'll just save changes. Okay, and now when we refresh this page, you can see it says purchase, right? So we can select our option. Now we can just click purchase, and this will take us directly to the checkout page. Okay, so we've got our custom field here. Okay, and we can rearrange and disable any particular field. Okay, and this is our optimized checkout page. Okay, so a few other things. We can add a site logo as well to our checkout. So we'll just click general settings, and in here we can say upload a logo. Okay, I'm just going to add this logo here. I'll set the width to be 150 pixel, and then we'll just save changes. Okay, so if we refresh our page now, we should be able to see our logo here. Okay, so 250 pixels is a bit too big, so we can resize it. Okay, so that's a lot better. Okay, so since we've now optimized our checkout experience, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a few upsells and cross sells. Okay, so we'll head back over to our dashboard, and to add a upsell or cross sell, first we need to create the product. Okay, so again, we'll navigate back to products. So I've already added this cross sell here, so I'm just going to edit it. In your case, you'll just go ahead and click add new product, right? And so again, it's just like any other product, and this is just going to be a simple product for my situation. Okay, so all we're going to do, again, we just give it a name, add it in the category and so on, just fill in the details like we've done previously. But in this situation, I'm going to hide this upsell. Okay, sorry, I'm going to hide this cross sell. Okay, so where it says visibility, I'm going to set this to private, and then okay, and then update. And the reason being, I want this to be like a one-time offer that's only presented to customers whilst they're on a checkout page. Okay, so if they don't take up the offer, they won't be able to redeem this offer anywhere else on the site. So it's up to you. So you can enable it to be visible on your entire site if you want, and then maybe on the checkout page you'll offer this particular cross-sell at a discounted price. Okay, so it's up to you. Well, in my case, I just want it to be like a one-time offer that they won't be able to get anywhere else apart from whilst they're checking out. Okay, since we've created our cross-sell, we can head back over to all-in-one at checkout, and here where it says order bump, we can just go ahead and add a new order bump. Okay, so we can give this a name, so we can say okay, so now we'll just go ahead and add a product. So we'll search for our meal product. Okay, and it's this one, so we'll just click add product. Okay, so now we can give a discount. So here we can see that the regular price is $99. Let's say we wanted to give a 50% discount. Okay, so to tempt customers to take us up on this particular offer. Okay, so for the discount type, we can say percentage based on the sale price, or a fixed amount based on the sale price, or percentage on a regular price, or fixed amount on the regular price. I'm going to say percentage on the regular price. Okay, and it's just one for the quantity. For the behavior, if they take us up on the offer, then we'll just add this particular product to their basket. Okay, we've got the option as well to replace the order bump with the cart item. For the display position, we can show it above the order summary, below the order summary, above payment gateway, or below the payment gateway, or above the form. Okay, so I'm going to show it above the order summary. And for the rule priorities, so let's say, for example, you've got a customer that matches multiple different rules, then the rule with the highest priority will win. Okay, so we can navigate over to design now. We can go ahead and fill in our offer description. Okay, so for the title here, if you use this short code here, it will automatically add the product title. Okay, or you can just add a custom title if you want. You can add some description like okay, so that's our copy there. We can display the product image. Okay, and then for the CTA, for the call to action, we can say something like, okay, so we can say something like, yes, I want this. We can disable the product image, or we can enable the product image. It's up to you. And then for the order bump style, currently we've got two different styles. So we've got the default or the notification style. Okay, so I'm going to use the default, and then we'll navigate over to conditions. So we can add various different conditions. So we can show this offer when these criteria are matched, right? So we can say when the cart total is above a certain amount or equals to, and so on. Okay, whether the cart subtotal is above or below a certain amount, cart category, cart count, the shipping country, the billing country, and there'll be more condition added as time go on. But in this case, I'm going to select no rule because I want this to run for every single customer. Okay, so let's go ahead and save changes. Okay, so that's saved fine. So we can go ahead and X these off, and we can test out our order bump. Okay, so when we refresh our page, we can now see our order bump here. Okay, and if we want, we can go ahead and add this to our basket. So we can say yes, we want it, and then it will automatically add it to our basket. Okay, and before we close off this video, I want to go for a few bonus tips. Okay, so by default, WooCommerce will automatically generate this My Account page, and if you want, you can actually use this page as a client hub. Okay, so we've got a video which I'll link in the description below, and you should see a notification on screen showing you how you can actually customize this page so it makes more sense for your customers. Okay, and then finally, when it comes to accepting payments, there's numerous different options for you to choose from. So we can just navigate to dashboard, and then we'll navigate to WooCommerce, settings, payments. Okay, and then from here you can just click this link and you'll be able to see all the different payment options that's available to you. Alternatively, you can just go to plugins, add new, and just search for the particular payments which you're interested in. Personally, I recommend just using Stripe, or if you're absolutely new, you can use WooCommerce payments. It's essentially just a white label version of Stripe that's supposed to be a bit more user friendly. And that's just a quick overview of how you can sell services online using WooCommerce in just a few simple steps. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you've got any questions, leave it in the comment box below or reach out to support and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.